We had, when we were younger, looked the same. So there were places where I used to work in town growing up, and Lynn would come along to the same place, like the Kinney's, where I had a job, and they'd say, "George, you want to come in and have a beer?"
13.
Lynn's out raising money for some good cause, and it's like, no, I'm not George.
Yeah, my nickname was Little George for a while.
That's funny.
A little confusion at times, but not too much.
Well, Lynn can tell the story about running away from home.
Oh, who ran? Lynn did or George did?
Lynn ran away from home.
Oh, Lynn, I didn't know that
Oh,
one.
multiple times.
Let's. What had you done that made her run?
Look at me.
Tell her about the book.
Yeah, we had, well, it's mostly George and I against Paul, I think, because Paul was so much bigger than us, so we had to kind of gang up to, like, he was just so much bigger. But every once in a while, the boys would bother me about something, and so I'd run away behind Kristen Johnson's house, which is, there's a bluff. Paul now lives in that house, and I would kind of hunker down in the little rocks and wait a little while. But I always left a note, you know. I'm running, dear Mom, I'm running away. It's the boys. Don't worry, I'll be back in a half an hour.
That's good. Because Auntie Ruth really would have worried a lot.
Yeah, she would have worried. So, yeah.
Annika runs away to a spot
She does.
over
She's
a
got a
bluff.
little place that she lives in the woods. We all need our little place.
Paul, you must have a story. You got a story about your lovely younger sister? Not yet.
Want somebody to tell the story about you not knowing how Grandma was.
Oh, yeah.
What's that story?
So, my mom was nearly 40. She was actually 39 when I was born. And we have amazingly long generations in our family. So my grandmother was born in 1881. And my grandfather was born in 1875 on her side. So her mother was 44 when she was born, and she was nearly 40 when I was born. And one of my best friends, Flory Neverett, her mother was 15 when she was born. She was from Mexico. And so when we were 10, Flory's mom was 25, and my mom was 50. So Mom didn't really want to talk about how old she was, so she always said she was 104. I said, Mom, how old are you? I'm 104. So I go to Mrs. Candace, how old is my mom? She's 104. Like all the neighbors, everybody was in on it.
Yeah,
But we all got
That's so
104.
funny.
She always, I guess she gave you guys the
How
same one.
funny.
Give me the same line.
104. So many of you know I worked on Prairie Home Companion for a couple of years, and I was singing on the show once, and it was Mom's birthday, April 28th, and I asked Garrison to say, you know, happy birthday to Ruth in Proctor, Vermont, turning 104. She was listening, so
Oh, that's funny.
I got her back.
You know Carrie Ann Companion? You know?
And he hears the show.
It's still on.
Must